He hit a woman, and that is not something that you do. So me and a couple guys, just intervened a little bit, and now he's being wheeled out on a stretcher.
That's Republican U.S. Senate candidate Blake Masters bragging about grabbing a man by the neck and ejecting him from a Republican gathering. That man. Masters claimed the man wearing a Jail Trump hat and Black Lives Matter shirt had hit a woman there. There was no evidence of that on video, but the video did show that the woman slugged that man right there. You saw it. We're back with our political insiders, Chris Love and Kathy Petsas. Is it ever okay for a candidate, Chris Love, to lay hands on a citizen?
Heck no. I wish I could say that I was surprised given everything, but the tone of his campaign has made it clear that this is where we were headed.
I'll tell you, I don't think I've ever seen this before. His campaign dismisses it, claiming that he hit a woman. No evidence of that. This woman has not come forward. Same question. I mean, you could tell. I'm still shocked by this.
No, there's no place for this type of behavior anywhere. And this type of bullying and the kind of almost violent nature that we're seeing recently come out of the vernacular from candidates, and now this type of action, it's concerning because we really want decent people leading our state. We want them leading our country. And this type of vernacular is very damaging and also sends the wrong message to what is allowable and what we would tolerate.
And that's, I think you hit it on the head. That is the most concerning piece, is reflecting the environment we're in now. Let's move to the politics of this right now in that race. Jim Lamon, business executive Jim Lamon, came out hard with new ads against Blake Masters after he was endorsed by Trump. Blake Masters' super PAC backing him, came out with ads attacking Lamon. Meantime, Attorney General Mark Brnovich and Mick McGuire, the former commander of the Arizona National Guard, can just sit there and watch. Who does all this help, this infighting?
Democrats?
Democrats? Kathy shrugs.
Oh, Chris.
What, I tell the truth. I mean, honestly, I think, we have Mark Kelly on the other side without any competition, a very honorable man and candidate. And then we look at the slugfest that's happening on the other side. I think it only helps Democrats with our messaging and getting Kelly back into the Senate.
But on the Republican side, within the dynamics of that race...
Finally, Jim Lamon's ads are better. So there's that, and those were hard hitting. His ads after that, I think, were probably his better ads that he's come out with, and he came out with some things that needed to be said about Blake Masters, who is a Johnny-come-lately Arizonan, running for the U.S. Senate. And yes, do Brnovich and McGuire get to sit back? I think who this benefits, though, in the long run is Brnovich because of name ID and because of, basically because of name ID. I can't say because of his actions, because there's some things that he's done where there are people who certainly want to be out cheering for Brnovich and are holding back a little bit because they're concerned about just coming out and saying that you signed off on the election, it's fine, let's move forward, let's go on. And I think we're all looking for the 2016 or 2018 Brnovich.
Yeah, I don't think he's walking through that door, or at least hasn't yet.
I think
he's
still there. I think he's still there.
I want to end with you guys giving us the last word, something you've been watching and want to share.
The Tempe City Council approved in their budget space for 19 new police officers. And this is on the heels of an event where we saw that Tempe police officers let a homeless Tempe person drown. I think that we have a city council in Tempe that is heavily Democratic, right? But what is the point of electing Democrats if they're going to do the same things and take the same votes as Republicans would? We're supposed to be information-based, and we've seen it with our own eyes. We need to be making decisions based on what the data shows, and this was a bad decision for them.
Kathy, your last word.
So what is the point of electing Democrats, which is what leads me to independents needing to be involved in the primaries, and they need to pull a Republican ballot. The most competitive races, we have more battles on the Republican side, and we need independents who are now almost the largest party now, or the largest
percentage of registered voters.
Registered voters, and they need to engage. And they are needed in Republican primaries, and that's what I am interested in the next couple of weeks, to see when they send in their cards. And by the way, they have until July 22nd to request a ballot. It's not just tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you send in your card, if you send in your card on Friday, you get it in the first batch, but you can send in that card anytime up to July 22nd and receive an early ballot.
All right, got to end it there. Kathy Petsas, Chris Love, thanks so much for joining us.